you know that your team are abandoning you. Like that's just the case for Savior here. He's gonna get if they start as a 5-man unit, all 4 champions are diving away, and Savior's sat there, no dashes. He's just gonna have to deal with it.
So maybe they will move more towards bot side again and try to go for the first Drake, because Dragon stacking can be a valid option as well.
Yeah, I mean this is you know, a small thing for LNG, but it's coming off of the laning prowess from Haichao.
But LGD immediately moving back to the lanes, trying to push out these waves, and therefore forcing LNG to find an answer to that.
I will say that LNG have got a really good pick composition, but LGD have got Savior, who's really strong right now.
Ooh, TPs are coming through. Feather pullback finds the root. OVO should be going down here, finds another headbutt. Can he manage to get out somehow? No, but it's only the support kill. So maybe that's the good news for LNG here.
Yeah, YCX doesn't need to take that, but you know, finds first blood. Doesn't really matter in the long run. This is going to secure Dragon for LGD. And what you got to see there is a potential preview of what's going to happen later on in this game, where a lot of those ultis get expended, or a lot of the pick tools get used as Osasa.
Yeah, does not quite hit the public execution here. Zika, of course,
1 minion.
Equalizer to clean the wave, but that should be enough with the flamethrower. Going for the kill, Zika gets it. LNG are... But LNG
Herald start.
are in a good position. It's almost gone. They need to find something now with the Nature's Grasps.
OVO!
Pushing against each other, but they are going in. Zika's trying to find something. OVO putting the headbutt onto YCX. He's now going on with the Magnet Storm from the side. We can get the ultimate public execution also flying. They are looking to fight the fight. Sase picks up 1 kill, but they're going forward with the killer instinct, and that's the double
he wants
coming through. Now underneath the turret, they don't want to stop just yet. But most tools have been used. No to contest this. And we have XQW on the side. If he finds another beautiful ultimate, maybe there's something that LG can do. But the TPs are coming through, and they don't want to give this one away. Xiaofang is able to pick it up. So that's the second Drake going over to the side of
LGD might look to try to take this fight again. The Xayah is a massive counter to everything that LNG have looked to put down, as XQW and Haichao now in fighting. Oh,
well, that was not that big of a fight. That was just a solo kill right there, if you want it that way. OVO is exhausted, has to flash off the wall, but should be fine. But that is, of course, an angle where LGD can say, let's start this Atakan, let's see if we can get it. Maybe they can turn around for the fight, because it is an absolute numbers advantage here for them. They're using the Nature's Grasp as a little bit of a zoning tool here. They end up getting the Atakan. Both the Magnet Storm and the Public Execution are not quite hitting where they were supposed to, but I think it's cold. It's a little bit fine. No, Zika should be okay. TP coming through now as well. OVO again caught out here a little bit. Has to find some time. Has to use the ultimate again with the Equalizer coming through as well. We can hear the barriers being used. Staxa has to flash into the pit. OVO still alive somehow, but we can see the who are able to clean up the fight. Climber getting those kills on the board for them. And here suddenly...
Good advantage. They've staved off the aggression timer that LNG are going to have with this pick composition. And now if they just group up and look for pretty much any fight, they're going to be absolutely fine. And I will say as well, with XQW being as far ahead as he is as well in that side lane, he can look to take fights up against Zika, look to take fights up against Haichao. And we can see in the picture-in-picture as well that he's taking fights up against OVO.
Yeah, and he can just do it. Look at him, he's half-knifed. That was now looking to at least pick up this turret here as a little bit of a cross-map play, but yeah, it's more of a consolation prize considering that you just lost a huge...
To make plays on sides, he needs to always know where members of LNG are, as Climbers spotted Xiaofeng.
Ooh, beautiful public execution being used as the engage tool here. That should be an easy kill. Climber with the next one, 3-1-2 now on the Maokai.
Xiaofeng flashed with the last one, and this time he lines it up and says, you can't flash this one. And
fair, okay. Nature's Grasp coming through, of course. But it's being blocked, nothing much that will be done with that. And we can see Zika just picked up a turret in the side lane, so...
Things in that team fight without feeling too much pressure. Now Haichao, the focus.
Oh. He has to go golden. Rest of the team able to maybe come in as XQW is still coming through. Equalizer being used. Haichao has to be careful. OVO is trying to buy some time, but they are actually trying to get some kills. Yes, XQW ends up getting the pick here. But the kill is going over to the enemy jungler, and now they're at the numbers advantage. Now LNG can try to turn it around. Feather pullback coming through, buys some space, but now with the tempo here coming out as well, as the Feather Storm, he's trying to stay alive, manages to do just that, but Sasa now the next target. He will be burned. In the end, it's Xiaofang with the kill. And that is a good comeback fight here for LNG.
Yeah, and look at the timer, Miller, here. This is 4 for 1 in the fight, and LNG can turn straight toward the Baron. They've got no jungler to try and smite fight contest. This Savior has got no ulti, so OPLO just looks to try and knock up the Xayah. Should just fall.
Saviour's trying to get something back. YCX over the wall now. Finds the engage, will be able to pick up OVO himself. Now they still have to be careful with Zika. And Xiaofang, of course, being in the area. TP coming through to the mid lane as well. Be the sole point, so they do want to contest this.
Equalizer
coming through. They have to use the Feather Storm immediately, as well as the Nature's Grasp. OVO trying to buy some time. Here comes the Pantheon. Public execution not quite hitting where it's supposed to, but they managed to get some damage in the backline. It's XQW once more. But the question still stands. Can LNG trade something back? The damage on the side of LGD is just too strong. But there he goes. He's going in. Zika flashing forward, playing it aggressively, but in the end, it's a triple kill for the Pantheon. Turn towards the Drake. Go for the Drake, please.
With the Baron as well, they can take this turret. Looking at the death timers, they've still got plenty of time to take both, get as much as they can from this position, push that lead as far as possible. It looks like Xiaofang, they're looking to recall. They've got Baron recalls to get back out onto the map. And
there are all the ultimates that are hitting this time around, but maybe LNG are trading something back. We can see the damage coming through from Fish One as well. Looking good. Can go for Throne as well. Pullback not quite available, so therefore they need to be careful. But the root's coming through a little late. Hachao has to go golden. Has stepped a little far forward. Now has to move out of the way as Zika is trying to deal some more damage. OVO in the area as well as Zika now has to go gold.
It's not going to be enough. It's a 4 versus 4. Importantly, a really good deep ward. Spots that they haven't gone to the Baron yet. So LGD, they're not going to get baited in by this bush bait. Another great fight, though, by Haichao. He's been a bit inconsistent in this game. Been the reason that some fights have happened in that top lane in particular, getting caught out once or twice. But in these fights, if he's able to trade his life for Saviors, that is a fight that Haichao should take every single time. Just kind of goes by the wayside. And again, to reiterate, LGD love going for 5 versus 5, broad scale team fights. But Haichao's found a flank angle. Why XQW for a little bit extra? They take the inhibitor and are happy with it. But once again, Miller here, the gold, it swings in the favor of LNG, and we're getting these team fights that are just a bit weird.
Honestly, I don't even know. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I'm with the chat. I'm like, both teams are winning and both teams are losing at the same time. I'm not sure what's happening.
Well, Fish One overcommits into the pit and back out again, so he can't actually find this kill. And in the back half of this, he's not actually doing any damage to any meaningful targets. If you look at the setup around the Baron, they've got enough vision there as Savior may be caught.
Stolen Nature's Grasp coming through. Savior has to go for the Feather Storm and the Flash, as now the exhaust is coming through. YCX is trying to buy some time, but Fish One gets the kill in the end. OVO on the other side is trying to buy some space, and that should be game, as they're now going for the backwards. And they're going gold, and the public execution won't hit. And underneath the turret, maybe they can trade something back, but the damage output on the side of LNG is just too big. It's just too good. Yes, you can go golden. Yes, you can go into your Zhonya's and GAs, but it does not matter, as LNG are looking to pick up their first win in this series. And I gotta say, it was surprisingly good at times.
Yeah, LNG come away with game number 1 and really happy that they're able to punish their mistakes. Is pretty big. Whenever you see a Jinx, though, it's all about killing that first target, and I actually really like Jinx Nautilus as a combo because it means that you can typically CC and blow up one target quite well, whereas LGD have got a very good front-to-back composition. As we do see a split map, and now LNG, with this wave getting crashed under their turret, they're going to be under fire.
Yeah, definitely. They're looking to get something down. Fish One has to use the cleanse, and the Flash will end up going down anyways. That's the first blood coming through for the Sivir here, but they will trade one back, as you just said. TP coming in now as well.
I think that trying to do this onto level 5 versus level 6 timing is very small here. Sasa is going to ding 6 on like a couple of melee creeps, so LNG need to go immediately.
Yeah, and they are doing so. Zika now moving in. He has to place the cage. Still not level 6 though, and now we're going in with the Dominus. Flash out being used. They're tanking a bit of turret aggro here, but Zika should make it out just fine. The clone, of course, used as well. And therefore, that's a nice kill on that top lane. Going over to the Wukong. You take those for sure.
And again, you look at the wave that's being lost. Sasa, no TP here. He's going to lose out on, 2.5 waves, but look at bot side.
They are going for it again. Fish one has to be careful. No flash, no cleanse. But Climber actually has to stay away a little bit as now OVO is moving forward. Tries to find a little bit of a route, but Fish one ends up going down. Now the question is, who's taking the turret? No one. They actually make it out alive, all 3 of them.
Things do look a little bit goofy right now as Xiaofeng fancies YCX.
Oh no, the hook went too wide. And that did not end up working out. Oh, that hook, that hurt my feelings, that hook. That just, ugh. That was uncomfortable to watch. One Void Grub going over to Climber.
And now they've got to try and re-engage the OVO, maybe a little bit split actually.
Yeah, he's able to tank quite a bit of damage just fine. Also Hachao, of course, making it work there, zoning everyone else away. So they end up trading Void Grubs a little bit. 1 Grubby going over to LGD and 2 going over to LNG.
Know that they'll be able to get away with it as easily as they think with a contest from LGD here.
Hook connects onto YCX as the Solar Flare now is coming through. The Drake is down, it's going over to LNG, but here's the question. Can they win the fight as well? It's looking good, but the kill's going over to OVO. He's trying to get something done here as the ultimate flashed by Hachao, and therefore no one ends up dying on the side of LNG. Ouch! Yeah, flash for flash is good. The hook though, might be similarly painful as the public executions of last game, but they are looking to go for a 4-man dive here. Because they are throwing back themselves to the Fish one with a very nice Mega Death Rocket coming through from the downside of the map. Another hook missed. Yes, we love to see it. We can make a compilation out of that one as we're now going in with the Cyclone. Crescent Guard buying some time, but the damage output is huge. Now they have to be a bit careful, have to step back a little bit, but Savior ends up going down as well. They will take OVO with them, but still.
LNG are looking like a massive fight under the turret. They got 4 for 1. They lose OVO, who honestly deserves to die for missing those hooks under the turret, and he'll, think better of his throwing his skill shots next time round. They even pick up first turret. Zik is able to get down on the spot side and catch this to take this game, right? They've got a Jinx who's, not quite ahead of the curve, but is not keeping herself, is no longer as far behind as she was previously, and for the time being as well, seems to be in a good position in these team fights to be able to keep herself alive and to be able to contribute to these fights. And with the positioning of Xiaofeng as well, I think on this Wukong, who's been really instrumental in finding LNG's lead.
There is still a world in which after, let's say the 20-30 minute mark, this whole thing can swing around. The Zika is now getting engaged underneath the top lane turret, maybe Super Mega Death Rocket going just wide, but ends up zoning LGD anyways, and therefore once more available, won't end up using it as, of course, the cage is kind of blocking it. But they're looking to pick up another turret here, which I think is still fine, still get something out of everything you just invested. So I think on the side of LNG, you're still comfortable.
They'll still be fine, and they, make a proactive play. They're going to take a turret down on that bot side. XQW teleported back from, also recalled mid lane, teleports out to the top side, knowing that he's going to have a window to get this tier 1 turret on the top side. And I think that for LGD, we've highlighted that their scaling in this game is going to be, they've got this Jinx, so finding that first kill with the Nautilus means they can start to snowball through the fights.
But the Dragon is melting quite fast as the death charge is coming through again from OVO. But the Solar Flare hits into the backline and now they're going in. Can they connect on this with the Cyclone coming in from the side as well? They're doing some damage. Look at Fish One. Fish One is almost untouched. He can just fire away straight from the backline. But in the end, it's a double kill for Zika. Fish One now has to be a little careful. But he ends up going for the triple. And Fish One will not end up actually getting the kill. That's a little sad.
Hachao's got him.
Maybe Hachao is going to, come on, end this misery. End it for us. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's the ace. Wow.
Plus Liandry's take down the Yorick and LNG ace LGD. 4-12, a 4k gold lead. And despite the fact that we've got 2-item Azir, 2-item Sivir, that's not enough to get through Zika and Xiaofeng in these teamfights, causing so much chaos, just making the lives of their carry.
Now we're looking at another fight coming through. Solar Flare doesn't quite hit. And the depth charge again, hitting onto the backline, straight onto XQW, which is the target you want to hit. Of course, the damage output, he should be safe, but there comes Zika. Zika picks up the kill. Fish one as well in the mixes again. And this is, I mean, honestly, it's becoming a crazy snowball for LNG. Look at the gold. It exploded. We're talking 5k gold lead at this point. Maybe LGD can look for something more with, of course, the Atakan doing some decent damage. Maybe LNG have overforced it. Maybe LNG have gone too far because LGD are coming back to clean up the mess that LNG left.
He's going to get zoned away.
There is no way.
He can't even get in. So LGD here finding a little bit of a reprieve, and around that top side, just giving an advantage. They can't finish this. Climber has to get here. He's got the Hex Gates to get over, but Fish One's getting zoned. He can't keep Wing over. Xiaofeng needs to get in.
Oh, super big Death Rocket coming through, but the Solar Flare connects nicely on this one.
Stolen!
He's going for the steal. He gets the Baron. He pays with his life. But I think that's okay. Man, oh man, the LPL is alive and well. This is, yeah. What did I actually expect to happen, honestly?
A smite, and I think maybe the combination as we go back to live, YCX is dead.
Oh yeah, that's such an LPL type thing. Replay straight into next team fight. It's kind of split, as we can see. The River being an entirely different play here, but is already good killings for Hachao. Picks up the double kill. Now, Sase is dead. It was Wall coming through. But I think it should be just fine. This is Soul. This is the Soul if they get it.
50 seconds and TP is available for Sasa. It's about what LNG want to do. They want to reset and be in a good position, or are they looking for more?
Ooh, beautiful. Let's try something with that Empress Divide. Doesn't really do too much, but the damage output is there. Maybe now, with Xavier being actually, you know, a damage dealer, they can turn it around, but he ends up going down himself, and they have to be...
But remember, XQW, he's going to have to TP in. Xavier has to walk from base. This is still a 5v4 in favor of LNG.
Let's see if they can actually end up doing it. Drake has been started.
Yes,
we're looking at Zika. Zika is moving in from the other side. He's trying to close the gap. He will be spotted in a dry bush now as he goes in. They're going forward. They're hitting the backline. Xavier is down once more. The hook connects, but the Drake is not the target here. They want to play the fight first. Climber gets a kill back on the other side of the fight, but it does look as if Xiaofeng and Zika are doing God's work here. They pick up the kills. It's another ace, and then they go towards the dragon. Pick up the soul, and I have bad news for you, chat. I think your channel points might be gone. Because I fear you made the wrong decision.
Sasa tries to mark Zika, but what is an Undertaker to a Crocodile who is an absolute Goliath in this game?
Underneath the turret, but that turret is dropping very, very low with the new wave coming in. They are looking to push it further. They will take it down. They also have a wave coming in through the mid lane, so they are definitely, you know, building up the threats all across the map. LGD, they have to find a way to get something back. Maybe here, another nice flash by Fishon, but we get the Solar Flare. Now they can connect to the backline. They will get the Jinx. That's such an important piece of gold for them. For Crescent Guard.
We can't walk into that choke. They'll have to settle for a tier 1 turret. They'll have to settle for a reprieve in this game. They're looking to try and play this double off angle with OVO on one side, Haichao on the other. Wall now to stop their aggression.
Beautiful Weaver's Wall. That Weaver's Wall is beautifully placed, but doesn't end up being enough as Zika is getting chucked down a little low, but he's going straight into the backline once more. XQW ends up going down, and it's the Zika show.
And he lives!
He gets the kills, he lives, and it's another good one here for LNG. They don't actually end up taking the Baron. They are looking to end the game right here, right now, and they are looking to pick up their first win in a series in Group Nirvana, the split. And I gotta say, it was surprisingly convincing with all the stumbles, all the tosses and turns. They ended up dominating this game too. And they deserved this win. So GG's to them, and I feel very sorry for everyone who just lost their channel points.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.